Alright, welcome back. This is game 2 of the match between Dark Fox aka Kenshi and Ukrocky. Now, I'm not going to spoil the first game, but instead I'll just talk about the list here. So, we can see the most typical looking Empire list, except no, it doesn't have a steam tank. Instead, it has a unit of foot knights, which is the skill for defense 5 elite human troops or empire troops. Other than that, it has a cannon and some light cavalry for range pressure, probably pistols on the lieutenant as well. Facing a list of reptile kingdoms, tanky fearless version, and unlucky for the reptile. Oh, okay. I was about to say unluckily, but the reptile kingdoms player didn't have any cover to hide his big two multi-hit point units behind, so we would have to take a big shot from that cannon, but he just saved both. It's the power of defense 7 for you. You just need 5 ups. Now the Triceratops also has a few newts with short bows on its back, so it has fearless, tanky, range pressure, great unit. Aim to get off any object. Of course, one way to deal with high defense units, halberds. So assuming those halberdiers will be prioritized target or Ukrocky's ranged and possibly even pterodactyl. Well, they will win a ranged fight. They use, or while the halberders will win most fights against heavily armored things, especially if they can do it from the flank. They usually tend to lose against any other unit in a battle. Like, I will gladly face charge halberders with Dark Elf crossbow. Alright. Some careful walking forward of the T-Rex unit for Ukrocky here. There's a valuable piece. Only 5 defense. So, but it is so aggressive, fearless, and overall very scary to deal with. Now, one of those units with newts should have javelins. That's also something to watch out for. Alright. Kenshi. But is he gonna? Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to get real close if he wants to get 4 ups on those shots. Well, 5 up shots against the Braves. That's the downside of cavalry. It's that short pistol range. You might get lucky, but you might kill one unit. Empire ranged is a very high variance. Alright, Ukrocky playing his Fire Lizard very defensively. It is also a good unit. Hits hard, decent defense, good fire breath. It is deceptively good little solo unit. Kenshi taking his time, figuring out where to move his lieutenant. Next move, I'm thinking. Not what I would expect Ukrocky would want. if it wasn't a map with objectives, would be to try to get his Triceratops onto that lieutenant Griffin for all it's worth. But because he has to fight over the objectives, suddenly it's quite different. Okay, what does Ukrocky want to do there? Just keep it safe? I guess there is the light cavalry might end up just charging it if he puts it in front. Then again, not committing your units is a skill to learn. Sometimes it will just, like, waiting with the unit will just let you get the superior side charges next round. Oh yeah. Now if he does think of it, he might place his pterodactyls in a way where the oasis makes it impossible to get an angle. Doesn't look like that's what he's going to go for though. But I would so clearly. So the thing is, those pterodactyls are great for flea baiting. So if he can somehow find a position where the pterodactyls will not run off the map, and then they get charged by the lieutenant, they run away, and then the lieutenant is out in the open and gets javelined and fire lizard to death, that is, an ideal case. Let's see. There's cruelty and pistols on the cabin. Some people also make him skilled to ensure those shots land. But at some point, you gotta think that you spent too many points on one unit. Right? Is the lieutenant inviting the pterodactyls of the dino players charging? Or is it just wanting to shoot them and hide behind the swordsman? Which is the more sane thing, I guess. Like, and there you go. Empire ranged. I don't know how many shots he fired, but like what? They killed one tiny lizard man. Newts never die. Alright. So the pterodactyls do get a charge onto the cavalry, which is really bad news for the Empire player. But it's kind of more of a trade than a hard loss, because it's really going to be really tricky for the Empire. Whoa. Oh, okay, that's a risky move, but I guess he thinks it's worth it. I guess he thinks it's worth it to trade the pterodactyls, because if they win, they will easily get side charged by something. Alright. Those swordsmen clearly going to get flanked by something. He's like, is he willing to oh, those were the newts with javelins, but only one go through. They're only power 2 though, so it makes sense they don't do that too much damage. Let's see where he sends them. does he? It's interesting that he's not chosen to, or that he chose to use the nudes there instead of sending his Triceratops on the left there, the big tanky one on the left. His Triceratops could have gotten into cover, but instead he left it out. Well, only rolls 1, only loses 2. Still, that was a unnecessary risk, I think. I guess he wants to move him late. Alright, can the Fire Lizard get a proper flank? Yeah. So, it's a lot of movement to be saved by being precise around corners. That is clearly in range. But, you know, you should shoot first so you don't accidentally kill 2. Oh, he shoots at the Griffin, who rolls very well. Rough. Those shots wouldn't have done much with those rolls. Those shots wouldn't have done much anyway. Huh. Okay, where are these nits gonna go? Are they heading around the oasis? They are. Oh, they're not. He wants to ensure one side. I mean, that is the thing, though, right? Like, with the Triceratops on the left, if you can get the combat not too unfavorable, you should be able to just demolish him. Or then you should be able to. And let's say he gets a good angle on the halberders. Like he might even just face charge the halberders. They would probably only do 1, 2, or 3 wounds. So, you know, it could just win there. What he doesn't want is hitting into the elite infantry and then having the halberders fall into his flank, basically. Can she really inviting the... Alright, let's see what's it doing. It's changing his mind. Being like, those halberders are more important to move late than the lieutenant. The fly ultra mobile one. It's an interesting choice. Oh. Okay. Guess he does not want that Fire Lizard to flee. And does not want to open himself up for side changes. Alright. There's this. Lets the T-Rex moves possibly in between the newts and head over towards the left side. It's risky. You might end up blocking the newts you want to face charge those swordsmen. And you definitely don't want that cannon to be able to take pot shots at you. It's very nice of Kenshi to show us where he has cannon range at the moment. Alright, looks like he has accepted that it's gonna be fighting on the right side. That's the deal. Looking at the lists here, I'm actually surprised that Ukrocky didn't choose his Deepwood list into it. His ranged would just rock. So I guess on this map it would be very unfortunate though. So I guess he's happy he went with the more bodies list and dinosaurs. Alright. Last move, Albertaires. Show us what you got. You want to move in a way where you can get a shot off at the T-Rex in the back. Oh. Okay. It's just going to move backwards. Okay. Is he really not gonna... I mean, he should try to position in a way where he can flank pterodactyls, maybe? But if he's only concerned about the Triceratops, then yeah, maybe this makes sense. What? I mean... Alright. He lines up there. Okay, so if I was Ukrocky now, I would put my... What would I would definitely shoot the halberds. That is true. He's not going to contest the point? Oh. Oh. Is he going to go for a super side charge over there? I mean, I guess that could work. Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, it's a draw. Who are you gonna charge? Considering not very long to charge into that T-Rex. Alright. We see the side charge from the Triceratops. And he passes. But Ukrocky going in with the T-Rex anyways, really wanting to get these units off his goddamn lawn. I mean, there's a 50-point objective lead for Dark Fox now. You gotta make that less. And if those swordsmen flee, it's a great flank charge. Or onto the commander of Kenshi. And that commander is probably 150 points. So if you're just playing for the points, pick one or two big pieces and then conserve your own. So I'm guessing what's going to happen. One unit of newts is going to head over to front charge, potentially front charge the Imperial Lieutenant that's currently fighting the Fire Lizard, because that Fire Lizard is most probably running away. If it runs away, then if you position smartly, maybe he's in cover from the cannon and doesn't die. Maybe he just gets killed this round anyways, but let's see. Well, getting to 3 finally. One unit of Braves getting picked on. Let's see. Okay, so now he's in range to charge if the fire lizard flees, but the fire lizard is probably gonna flee into cannon range. Guess maybe if Kenshi isn't careful where he puts his foot knights, then he might find cover. That's what I would be thinking about now, at least. But can I squiggle around in a way where I can? You know, oh, actually, Kenshi did give him cover. Oh, okay. So if that fire lizard flees, then he probably lives for the rest of the game. And you know, a damaged fire lizard doesn't cost any points. It can be a 1 life, and point wise it's the same as if he was at full life. Alright, Braves. Stepping up. Probably not going to be in range for any javelin action this round. Can probably be a real nuisance forcing the foot knights forward. Let's see what happens. And Dark Fox activating that Inspire Valor for that extra combat score. Ooh. Okay, 3. Can they hit back? Another draw. That Inspire Valor coming in hot there. Only 2 hits. 2 ones though. Only 1 hit. Okay, that lizard is living. How hard does it hit back? Only 1 hit, so okay, it does wound. Probably runs. Does. But it isn't covered. Now this is the important one. Do the swordsman hold, or are they going to get ripped to pieces? What is the power rate on the charge from that T-Rex? It's hitting as hard as a cannonball. What in the hell? They did 4 wounds on the T-Rex. That's crazy. Okay, that T-Rex is now the president. Ukrocky will be trying to protect him for all he's worth. Oh, the Braves, they're swift. They have the range against the halberds. There's a desperate ploy to keep his pterodactyls alive. Alright. Yeah. That captain is going to flee off the map, no? Yeah. Is he going to let him flee off the map, or is he going to just kill him? Right? Yeah. He just flees off the map, right? No, he stops him. Okay. Now the cannon. Alright, Kenshi wants to move the foot knight so that the cannon can hit the fire lizard in the back, or does he not think of it? He does set up for a side charge. What? Oh, snap. Because of it being too crowded? Oh yeah, okay, so the Triceratops was too thick to allow the newts up there to actually go in and charge the lieutenant. That is interesting. I wonder if he knew that was going to happen. Well, yeah, they just didn't have the space to go in, so they were able to stop him from charging, but not. I don't know if I would be happy or sad there. I do think that Lieutenant would have fled off the map. Alright, Cannon. He moves. Oh. Alright, okay, fair enough. I would have gone for the kill on the T-Rex, not the Fire Lizard, but whatever. Oh yeah, Kenshi couldn't find the angle with his cannon. Decided to move it up to get a shot against the Fire Lizard. Fire Lizard fails its rally. That's why you rally late, because sometimes they move their units after. Ooh, unlucky. Only one hit there. Saved. Another draw. Alright, Newts against Halberdiers. It's the battle of the mediocre. Look, the Newts kicking ass, but the Halberdiers holding. Alright. Oh wow, 3 wounds against the Triceratops. Crazy. But 3 wounds back. Crazy game. Alright, does he flee? He holds. Jesus. Alright, so there's 2 hitbox left on the T-Rex, not 1. Okay. Alright. T-Rex broken. Should have only 5 life, so for some reason it has 6. The T-Rex needs to get into combat, stay safe. Does he gamble? Oh, there's only 3 life left on the Triceratops as well. It's a tricky situation. Guess he can get around it. Okay. Kenshi not wanting to get flanked, taking up trying to position his foot knights close to that oasis? No. Huh. This game is going to come down to the cannon shots. That's what I feel. All right. I would move the Braves in a way where they can screen my T-Rex. That would be my #1 priority. Let's see what it looks like that's what he's doing, but let's see. I'd also move them a bit more forward. Oh wait, no, he wants to have the range so he doesn't get charged back in. Alright, should be fine. Where does the cannon go, huh? Place your cannon. He decides to move it. You can regret moving upwards earlier now. If you had gone south instead, you could have had a much better angle. Oh, he is trusting his goddamn see dinosaur names. He's trusting his Triceratops to hold. And the pterodactyl riders finally prove their mettle, staying alive with their points at 1 life. Okay, let's see. Utes, they manage a draw. And now the defining moment. Can the Triceratops not roll any ones? Oh, kills it. It was a good choice, but it did roll one. All right. Triceratops rules supreme. And then there is no reason to charge, because the battle is won. Or maybe those foot knights can get onto the objective and steal 50 points. But it's looking pretty grim for the Empire player. Let's say he's got 80 points in the foot knights, no, 100 points in the foot knights, or 80. And then he's got 30 points in the Kenshi waiting with his move, and the Ukrocky using his pterodactyls to just movement block the foot knights. Stay where you are. Yeah, it's a good move. We'll be safe and sound there. No, oh, it's turn 6 only though. Beautiful. Yeah, what are those foot knights gonna do? This round had such a turn 7 feeling. I'm shocked. Triceratops needs to find cover. The same has to be said about the T-Rex. So. Where are those newts going? Just heading somewhere where they can provide cover against the cannon, I guess. Okay, I was counting points earlier. There's a cannon, 60 points. There's foot knights, that's 80 or 100, let's say 80. Even though it might be 100. Anyways, so that's 160 and then 30 points. So at least 250 points gone for the Empire player, while Ukrocky has lost his Fire Lizard, which is 65, I think, and half his Pterodactyls. So it's like roughly 120. So Ukrocky is very comfortably in the lead at the moment. And it looks like he's gonna try to send his... Oh, he's just... Okay, yeah. I was wondering if he was gonna try to send his... God damn, these dinosaur names. His Triceratops around the stones in the back there, but that might have opened him up for cannon shots, so he decides to keep them behind his units instead. Imperial cannon goes. All right, what is he gonna do with this two? The cannon placed itself so perfectly behind the foot knights that it's not even going to give him, like when they flee, he's not going to find an angle to shoot pterodactyls at. Very, very neatly aligned here for Ukrocky. All right, 2 roll birders go down. They will maximum do 1 wound left back. They do 1. Do they hold? They hold. Hearts of steel, these halberders. Final turn. There is a flank. Oh, can flee. He cannot flee. And that's gonna be game. Even oh well, once again the chunky dino units. I don't think those foot knights are gonna be able to randomly kill that T-Rex, but there's a chance. Maybe the newts will break. Maybe no, there's no chance. And there we see it. Halberdiers go down. The Warlord. Inefficient. T-Rex. Not hitting. Only doing one wound. But no hits back. This game. Done. No matter how brave those foot knights were. Alright. Close game there. That means we're going to a game 3. And we'll restart the stream for the third game.